All right, everybody, welcome back to the Monday Morning Commute. I'm reclaiming the Monday Morning Commute. If you've been watching, Casey stole an episode or two from me, but I'm back today, and it's a holiday Monday. It is Labor Day, so yeah, I'm recording this over the weekend. Really, the first true weekend of college football. So excited about that. By the time you watch this, we will either have beaten Notre Dame or I'm down in the dumps. So you can leave those comments either heckling or congratulating us, Aggies. However you see fit. Okay, today's topic is a fun one. I am going to run through the top 5 automobile-related YouTube channels that I am watching right now. And this was not an easy list to put together. It has definitely changed over time. There's, channels out there that we used to follow religiously and just lost a little bit of interest in what they were doing, but these are the top 5 that today I love to watch, and all for slightly different reasons, okay? So we're going to start with number 5, and that is Out of Spec Reviews, okay? And this is Kyle and his gang, and they've really grown over time, and they cover the EV space really, really well. Now, I talk a lot about EVs, definitely interested in them. And Kyle really goes in depth on all the new EVs in a way that nobody else is doing. He's covering everything from how the car drives to the underlying technology changes, evolution, and charging. He does a really good job covering not just vehicles and their charge rates, but charging technology. Love what Kyle is doing. This is an example of a YouTube channel that over time, as they've built up an audience, they actually just keep getting better and better at what they do. And he's found his groove. They've reinvested in the channel. The quality has gone up. The formats, their crew is really good. Kyle, keep doing what you're doing. Love to see it. Now let's move to number 4. And 3 and 4 was really controversial in my mind. It took a long time to kind of figure out where I settled for these two channels. They were almost interchangeable, but I consider them must-watch channels whenever either one of them produces content. Number 4 is going to be Throttle House, all right? So I love watching these guys. I love Thomas and James because they're so passionate about cars. And, these are your E46 M3 guys, your Miatas with a V8 stuffed in it. They know everything about sports cars and enthusiast cars, and their passion just comes through anytime they review anything. They're funny. They've got a great chemistry. They've got a great formula, and their production value is just top notch. And they always seem to have something really cool up their sleeves. Every once in a while you think, oh, well, it's kind of the same thing over and over again. And then they come hit you with some really unique episode off in the Italian Alps, right? And I love what they're doing. Phenomenal channel, and you can't miss it, right? I've subscribed to every one of their channels and hit that notification bell for their videos. By the way, please do that for us. The channel keeps building, and we certainly appreciate it. That's going to lead me to number 3 on the list, okay? Just ahead of Throttle House is the Straight Pipes. And this is another channel, Yuri and Jacob, that if they're producing a video, I'm watching it. I don't care if they're reviewing the latest Ferrari or, some 10-year-old Nissan Sentra. Shout out to Nissan Sentra drivers everywhere. Our 89 was one of our favorite vehicles. But Straight Pipes. I think if you really want to know as much about a new car as possible from every angle, the Straight Pipes is where you go to get that information. They're going to tell you how it drives. They're going to tell you how it feels inside. They're going to tell you what they think about the looks and the presence, all the way down to the different types of wheels that you can get on a vehicle. And then they're going to flip the script on you, and they're going to talk all about the technology. And nobody goes into more detail around the technology than Yuri. He loves the different interfaces that come along in the different cars, and he's just so knowledgeable on the topic. You're going to get the level of information that you need to know, is the car usable when I'm driving from point A to point B, or are there things about the interface that are going to be annoying over time, or just simply unusable, right? So Straight Pipes, you guys are phenomenal. Again, great chemistry. I just love watching their interactions. as they're doing these car reviews, and nobody deserves their success more than those guys. Okay, number 2 on the list is kind of the all-encompassing automobile guys from the fast lane. And I stopped there, right? I didn't say fast lane car because there's so many channels that these guys have grown into. The fast lane car, the fast lane truck, EV, the fast lane talk channel, right? So off-road, they've got it covered. They have just grown into this behemoth in the online journalism space. And Roman and Andre and Nathan and Tommy and the rest of the gang, they got a great group of up-and-comers that help create content and edit content. They keep me entertained on a daily basis. I'm usually waking up in the morning pretty early, and there's 3 or 4 videos some days waiting on you across those different channels. And I think TFL has just handled their success and their growth really well. And they're great guys. We actually had a chance to meet them several months back and interact with them a little bit on some content. And they were just so gracious to us. They were great hosts up at the ranch, and enjoyed getting to meet them. And always be careful meeting your heroes, right? Sometimes they disappoint. These guys were great, and so shout out to TFL. Love what you're doing. Okay, so that leads us to number 1, and number 1 might be a surprise to you guys. If you watch a lot of automotive channels, you might not even know about this guy, but it's Kai from Tinkerer's Adventures. And Kai is a former engineer, an automobile enthusiast who started creating content in the off-road community, specifically around Toyota and Lexus independent full suspension setups on their off-road rigs. And I've never really encountered somebody who produces YouTube content who goes into such detail, but can explain it in such a clear and concise way that I always walk away with very few questions, all right? And I feel like I learned something, and I enjoyed it along the way. He's got a really sharp sense of humor that comes across in really subtle ways in his videos. His production quality is fantastic. His cadence and the way that he explains things and enhances his explanation with visuals, going out and actually doing tests across the different rigs. The guy is an absolute expert in that area, and I love watching how his content and his dedication to his craft is translated into growth. He's gotten to do more and more events with Toyota and Lexus. He's gotten to meet and interact with their engineering team, and it's allowed him to grow his online presence and then grow into some other areas that are really important to him. So shout out to Kai. I think you're just doing an unbelievable job. And yeah, that one may be a little bit of a surprise to you guys, but if he pushes out a video, I might go find some place in the office that's quiet and just sit down and watch it. It's must-see TV if you're into outdoor off-road adventure trucks at all. Guy just nails it every single time. Okay. All right, so that is the top 5 YouTube channels for my watching these days. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Check out our other content. And you'll see one of us next Monday. Romer out.